Hi, this is Richie Unterberger, and this summer I will be teaching for the first time a course on Joni Mitchell at San Francisco State Ollie. I'm going to share my screen to give you a sense of the images and video that we will be experiencing in our course. The course will focus on Joni Mitchell's work in the 1960s and 1970s. It will be presented both in person on the San Francisco State campus and on Zoom at the same time on Fridays, 12:30 to 2:30, starting July 10th. And the course will be devoted to her peak years in the 1960s and 1970s, when I feel the great bulk of her significant work was composed and recorded. I'm going to just give you a brief sample of the span of material that Joni Mitchell composed and performed during these years. This is a clip from before she had a record contract in 1965.
I was born to take the highway, I was born to chase a dream. Any road at all is my way, any place is where I've been.
I bet you've never seen and heard that before, but you almost certainly have heard this big hit single.
Help me, I think I'm falling in love again. When I get that crazy feeling, I know I'm in trouble again.
Well, how did that happen in 10 to 15 years, that enormous growth? That is what we will be focusing on our 6-week course, starting with her career as a folk singer in her native Canada in the mid-1960s, through her success in the late 60s, both with her own records and versions of her very popular songs by some other artists like Judy Collins and Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. And then as the 1970s started and she started to use more and more instrumental backing, she became an even bigger star in her own right, especially when she had her huge hit album Court and Spark, and her biggest hit single, Help Me. And then she unpredictably moved into jazz in the second half of the 1970s with some top jazz musicians. This will be a course on Joni Mitchell, Fridays, 12:30 to 2:30 this summer, starting July 10th. It will be presented again simultaneously in person on the San Francisco State campus and on Zoom. And I hope to see some of you for my course on Joni Mitchell this summer.